At the start of the movie, we see a Daruma doll playing a death game with a class full of children. In this game, whoever moves from their spot gets their head blown off. Some boys try to escape, but all the doors and windows are locked. The doll notices them and blows their heads off too, killing them instantly. Seeing this, the remaining children are terrified. One of the boys says that if they want to win, they have to press the button on the back of the doll that might be their only way to survive. Hearing this, one boy hurriedly runs to press the button, but the doll spots him and blows his head off. After that, they see there's only 1 minute left on the timer, so all the children desperately rush to press the button. But the doll notices them and starts blowing their heads off one by one. Now, only Sue and his friend are left alive. Sue's friend tells him, "You have to jump on my shoulders and press that button." With only a few seconds left, Sue jumps on his friend's shoulders and presses the button. They're overjoyed, thinking they've won the game. But then Sue's friend's head also gets blown off. With his dying breath, the friend says, "Whoever presses the button becomes the winner of the game, and everyone else must die." Sue is shocked and terrified about what will happen next. When he leaves the room, he meets his friend, Cece. Soon after, they realize that every classroom is playing a death game. They try to call the police, but there's no signal on their phones. They even try breaking the glass to escape, but it doesn't work. Then, they end up at a basketball court where other winners from various classes are gathered, all of them wearing mouse costumes. As soon as they enter, the door automatically locks behind them. Moments later, a giant cat emerges from underground and starts eating people one by one. Everyone runs in panic. Sue then notices a bell on the ground and a basketball hoop in the cat's garden area. He realizes that to win this game, they have to throw the bell into the hoop. There are only 9 minutes left on the timer. One boy tries to throw the bell into the hoop and is about to succeed, but at the last moment, the cat snatches the bell with its paw and hurls it back at the boy with such force that he dies instantly. Then Sue notices something: the cat is only killing those wearing the mouse costumes. So, he tells everyone to take off their costumes. Sue tells everyone to remove their costumes, which makes the cat pause for a moment. But soon, it starts attacking people again, just as the cat is about to eat Ishika. It stops because Sue puts on a mouse costume to lure the cat toward himself, hoping to save her. The cat chases only Sue now. Wearing the costume, Sue can somehow understand what the cat is saying. He climbs onto the cat's back and begins to pet it. Seeing this, others join in to help calm the cat. Eventually, the cat stops attacking anyone and falls asleep. But once it's asleep, the survivors start arguing over who should throw the bell into the hoop, believing that, like the previous game, only the one who scores will survive while the rest will die. Their loud voices wake the cat again, and it resumes its attack. Sue and Ishika try to confuse the cat by throwing 2 things toward the hoop. One is the bell, and the other is a normal basketball. They get very close to winning, but Sue's aim misses. At that moment, a boy named Amaya jumps over the cat and throws the bell into the hoop, winning the second game. Now only Sue, Ishika, and Amaya remain alive. But suddenly, the cat exhales a strange mist, causing them all to lose consciousness. When Sue wakes up, he finds himself in the third game. The screen reads, "Find the keys, only then you can escape." Soon, doll-like figures arrive and explain the rules. They will blindfold the players, make them sit in one place, and walk around them while singing. When the song stops, the player must guess the name of the doll standing behind them. If they answer wrong, they will be killed. First, a boy is chosen. He guesses wrong and is killed instantly. Next, a girl is picked, but she also fails to name the doll in time, and she too is brutally killed. Then Sue is chosen. The dolls circle around him and stop. When asked for the name of the doll behind him, Sue stays silent until the timer runs out. A doll tells him he is ready to die because he didn't answer in time. But as soon as Sue hears the doll's voice, he immediately says the correct name. The dolls laugh, saying it's too late. But Sue reveals that the "time's up" sound they heard actually came from his phone. When the first two players played, he had secretly recorded the sound, tricking the dolls into thinking the time had run out. In reality, he still had time left. He uses it to give the correct answer and wins the game. The four dolls explode, and Sue takes a key. Outside, he meets another boy being chased by a terrifying doll. The boy tells them to hold hands so the doll can't harm them. Moments later, another person comes running, also chased by a doll. Sue grabs his hand and saves him. The four enter another room and meet two more boys. They learn that to open the door, they need a total of 7 keys, but they only have 4. Soon, Amaya arrives with 3 more keys, making 7 in total. However, as soon as he enters, he kills the boy he had earlier brought with him. When they insert the keys, a voice tells them to change their clothes. After changing, they proceed to the next game, where a giant white bear appears. The bear tells them they must answer a series of questions, and anyone who answers incorrectly will be killed. The first question is, "What is your favorite food?" They all answer, but the bear says one of them is lying. After much discussion, they figure out it's the boy who had been chased by the terrifying doll earlier. He insists he told the truth, but the bear kills him anyway. The second question is, "Do you all like bears?" Everyone answers yes. Hearing this, the bear becomes angry again. And the bear says that this time too, someone is lying. Everyone targets one girl, accusing her of lying. The girl insists she's telling the truth, but no one believes her. The bear kills her anyway. After seeing what happened, Sue finally gets it. He points at the bear and says, "None of us are the liar, it's you. You've been messing with our heads, making us turn on each other until we destroy ourselves." The white bear glares at him, then shifts into a cloud and disappears. This means they've won the game. After that, the 5 remaining players reach the final stage. Their friends appear, congratulating them for making it this far. They explain that in this game, no one new will appear. It will be a game among the 5 of them. The rules are revealed. One person will become the devil, and the other 4 will hide. If the devil finds the 4 and kicks the tin box belonging to the team, the devil wins and is the only one to survive. The rest will die. But if, before the devil kicks the tin, one of the 4 manages to kick it first, then the 4 survivors will live, but the one who kicked it will die, meaning they'll have to sacrifice themselves for the others. Using a stick, they randomly choose the devil. It turns out to be Amaya. The game begins. Amaya places the tin in his position and starts searching for the 4 players. He easily finds 2 and ties them up in the jail area. Sue and Ishika hide together, but Amaya eventually reaches them. Ishika steps out to protect Sue, and Amaya captures her too. Amaya then tells Sue, "I don't even need to find you. I've already caught 3 people, so they'll all die." In truth, Amaya is trying to lure Sue out. Ishika pleads with Sue not to come out, but he ignores her and steps forward, wearing a suit of metal armor. Amaya mocks him, saying, "I only need to take off your helmet and say your name to win, then you'll all die." He quickly removes Sue's helmet. But Sue reveals that his goal wasn't to beat Amaya directly, it was to stop him. He chains himself to Amaya and jumps into the water with the armor, dragging Amaya with him. Underwater, Sue manages to escape from the armor, though he gets badly injured. Amaya, still chained, uses all his strength to break free, and both race toward the tin box to kick it. In the end, Sue reaches it first and kicks it. According to the rules, Sue should have died, but the tin doesn't explode. The friends arrive and reveal that the part about the tin exploding was a lie. All 5 of them are winners. The dolls give them ice cream, saying they can now return to their normal lives. Everyone is overjoyed to have survived, but then they notice something written on the ice cream sticks. Who wins and who loses? It turns out that only Sue and Amaya are the true winners. The dolls explain that only those with both power and intelligence could win, which applied only to Sue and Amaya. The other three, including Ishika, are killed. Finally, they announce the name of the last game: Game of Luck. Amaya is thrilled, but Sue is heartbroken. The two are brought out of the God's court, where people start calling them sons of God, naming one as God and the other as the devil. And with that, the movie ends.